Those much-anticipated talks with the principals involved in the Baha issue have begun in Beijing, China.
The Bahamian people are represented around the table by a slew of experts from the Office of the Prime Minister and the Attorney General's office. And while they're taking a position as the middleman, government is hoping to steer these talks to a place of resolution that would get the mega $3.5 billion resort finished and opened in the shortest possible time. Clint Watson has been following this developing story.
Government officials led by the Attorney General, Senator the Honorable Alison Maynard Gibson, are preparing to head into their second day of negotiations at this hour in Beijing, China, as they seek to mediate a resolution to the completion of the stalled Baha development. Sources close to the negotiating table telling ZNS News that there are several issues that may require government's approval and intervention. Now, we can tell you that Cabinet is meeting at this hour in a special sitting, most likely in order to get government's approval and consensus on developments from day one and to prepare for the second and final day of meetings in China between the Chinese lenders, contractors, and Baha. Representing the government in China is Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Senator the Honorable Alison Maynard Gibson, Senior Policy Advisor to the Prime Minister, Subaltram Bethel, Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Cresswell Stirrup, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Sheila Carey, and 6 others from the Ministry of Legal Affairs, Works, and the Office of the Prime Minister. Meantime, Baha is sharing its views on the meetings. In a statement, the company says it is hoping that the nature of those discussions taking place in China is not revealed, at least for the time being. Baha says since the discussions are between private parties, meaning Baha, China State Construction, and China Exim Bank, with the Bahamian government volunteering to be the neutral mediator in this process, no one should seek to comment on the nature of discussions. Baha says the sensitivity of the talks are critical to being able to try to work toward a consensual resolution. Baha says it plans on not making any public statements on the discussions as they occur, and says they would hope those attending conduct themselves in a similar fashion so that the private parties have the most conducive environment in which to undertake this effort. The statement by Baha says, quote, like the government, they recognize the importance of completing construction and successfully opening Baha as soon as possible, end quote. And while they appreciate the government's efforts to try to help all parties work together to achieve a consensual resolution in a timely manner, it is clear that the company feels at this critical juncture, silence may be golden. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.